We're going to do something called Dennys Random Facts. Dennys is great at really finding all these fun factoids and kind of wowing you with his information.
I love it.
You always learn from Sweet Dennys.
Yes.
Dennys, the floor is yours.
You guys will definitely learn at least one thing here.
Okay.
So I feel like this could be a tradition brought back for the modern person, but among the Hoy-Chol Indians, the father would traditionally sit above his laboring wife in the rafters of their hut with a rope tied around his testicles so that while the woman was having painful contractions, she could tug on the rope. That way, they could both experience the pain of bringing new life into the world.
I love it.
I figured you would love that, Virginia.
Where is this testicle strap and how can I get one?
So the guy had to crouch above in the rafters. It was designed where they would give birth, and then a rope was tied around, and then it was yanked as the pain got greater.
All right, maternity wards, let's start building a little perch where we can put dudes with the rope and the whole thing. Oh, this is brilliant.
I mean,
It's good stuff.
yes.
Sign us up.
See, you're learning.
These Indians were on it.
Awesome tradition. Yeah, I'd like to see. You wonder if in the future they're going to come up with a machine or something that connects the two together. That way, if you wanted to, you could experience the pain of birth. Did you guys? I mean, you guys probably never thought about this, and I as well didn't. But every planet in our solar system is named after a god, except for Earth. Earth is the only planet in the solar system which we have no record on how the planet was named.
Really?
They have record of how every other planet was named and why it was named. The only one we don't have any record of is Earth. And even weirder, all the other ones are named after Greek gods or Roman gods. And Earth seems to have its roots from an Old English term, Europe, which means soil or dirt. So why would it be an Old English word that we adopted for Earth when the Romans were the ones who named the original planets?
Perhaps because we're descendants of aliens?
That's the theory.
It's a growing theory, by the way. I know
it absolutely
someone
is.
will send a long manifesto of why I'm wrong, but
Am I on the Weird and Whatever podcast right now?
sorry.
It's one of those.
Look, when one of us is out of the show, it's going to sound different. It's always going to sound different, y'all.
I think this is a great idea, and it's been an experiment scientists have been working on. They are working on crafting a plastic-eating superworm. The amount of plastic that's in the oceans, in the human body, in animal bodies is increasing every year. Microplastics, we just keep gathering more and more from what we eat. And scientists are thinking it's becoming a problem. And recently, June 9th, Australian researchers found and cultivated a darkling beetle larvae that solely survives off of styrofoam in our first attempts to create a plastic-eating superworm. My only fear is that once the superworms have eaten all the plastic in the ocean, are they then going to go move to things that we use? Is it going to become a new bug that we have to worry about? Because a lot of the stuff we use is plastic.
Or they decide, okay, we've filled up on all the plastic. Now we're hungry for human flesh.
You never know.
It's happening, Virginia.
But yeah, they're working on a superworm that can eat plastic, and hopefully, I mean, nobody I think realized how much of a problem plastic was going to become.
Yeah, we've got some issues with the plastic.
Don't they say, like, we eat the equivalent of 30 credit cards now over the course of our lives?
Tons. In fact, they
That
attribute
doesn't feel good.
to a lot of digestive issues, stomach issues, intestinal issues, because microplastics are passing through your system, which your body cannot break down.
That's where the IBS comes from? IBS?
It certainly doesn't help.
Well, think about all the new diseases and how much more we hear about the cancers and stuff. Like, is it because we're eating credit cards?
But someone also said we have a lot of new diseases, but we also have a lot of old diseases that aren't around anymore. So are we just replacing diseases with other diseases? Is that just how life is supposed to be?
I think it is. I think as we get rid of old diseases, I think we're exposed to new conditions that we didn't have before that can cause new diseases.
But with the plastics, I mean, we've got to be able to realize it's greed. we're putting these additives and we're putting our food in these packages to make it easier and more profitable for these companies that manufacture them.
Just to paint a picture for you, this morning I forgot to take my allergy pill. I got to work and I realized it when I looked in my container and it was empty, so I didn't have any at work either. So I ran to the gas station. I bought one of those one-time allergy pills, which I'm a little goofy from, by the way, because it's not my typical one. But that came wrapped in 3 plastic containers for 1 pill.
Bruh.
I opened it, there was another container. I opened it, there was another container. I go, what is happening?
That is ridiculous.
For 1 pill, 3 plastic containers.
You, bro, you got any more of those allergy pills? You got a weird, goofy ride?
I'm a little goofy today.
If you didn't bring enough for the whole class, don't bring any.
Well, I take a specific non-drowsy one, which they did not have.
This sounds like the podcast.
Denny's on goofballs.
Yes, I'm a little goofy over here.
How many more factoids do you want? I say just keep going, dog.
Give us one more.
Yeah,
I need another one. That was good.
Give us your best one, dog.
All right, well, so I think just this was crazy. Australia has over 10,000 beaches. In fact, you could visit a new beach every day for 27 years. Just to put that in perspective, Florida has 360 miles of coastline and 189 official beaches.
Wow.
Australia has 31,000.
Australia be beaches.
They are, man.
Is it just to put in perspective how large Australia is 31,000 miles of coastline.
Australia kind of looks like a chicken nugget in the ocean.
Well, so it looks like a small chicken nugget, but it's gigantic.
It does. And they always talk about how there's no worries in Australia, but every time I read a story about Australia, they're always worried.
They don't got no guns. That's an interesting thing about Australia.
They got giant termites. They got kangaroos and wallabies, which just hang out on your property.
You're saying it wrong. It's wallaby.
Wallaby.
Everybody I've ever met from Australia is also feisty and fun and a little crass and awesome and quick-witted.
Oh, yeah.
Everybody from Australia. How many people have you met from Australia?
3.
They're all Paul Hogan.
I never met him.
They're all from the Crocodile Dundee movies. Denny's home run. Great job.
Yeah, hope you guys learned something.
We loved it.
All right, excellent.